right, we are back to NFL. Yeah, Football 101, the NFL show featuring the Beetle. Yes, I'm your host, the Beetle from the Football 101 show. I am back. Yes, you thought you didn't think I was going to come back, but yes, it's the NFL playoff run right now. We just got 2 more games. That's right, 2 more games in the NFL. The NFC and the AFC is getting tight, y'all. It's getting business. It's about business now. It's the playoff run, and I'm going to give you the latest as of this is Christmas Eve. Yeah, excuse me. This is Christmas Eve. You know I'm ready. You know I have to get my groove on. It's Christmas Eve. It's the run for the playoffs. And yes, thank you for following Football 101, the YouTube show. And we're just going to break things down real fast. I don't know how long this show will be, but I got the standings for you. And I'm going to give you my insight. And of course, you know I got to give some love. Some love to my Dolphins. I'm sorry. We're still in the playoff run. And yes, I'm giving some love to my boys in Miami. My Dolphins. They still in the playoff hunt. We've been struggling, but we're coming back. We're still in the playoff run. It's been a long season for every team. And this is where, I'm in the show right now. I just switched gears. Did you notice that? I switched gears. Oh, by the way, happy holidays. Happy Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. Okay, let's get into it. It's been a while. And by the way, check out on my YouTube show on each and every team. And let me give a shout out to Lindy Sports. Yeah, you see it right here. Lindy Sports for helping me break down each and every team. I put a lot of time and effort in this during the preseason, training camp, the first few weeks in August and September. So please check out my breakdown of each team. And I'm gonna take credit for it. The Beetle, I was on point for a lot of these teams, y'all. You know I was on point. And now the reality hits. The reality hits. Money is on the line. And this is when the NFL players, professional NFL players, athletes, make the money, make the run. It's serious, y'all. So here's the NFC. I'm going to do the NFC first, standings, and then the AFC. Right now, as of Christmas Eve. Oh man, it's a blessing to go through and have another Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve 2024, y'all. As of today, oh my gosh. Yes, I'm going to say, I got to give you some backstory too. Yeah, the Beatles going to give you a backstory as much as I can on each team. Number 1 seeding in the NFC are the Detroit Lions. Oh, let me give my quick shout out, my serious shout out to my Detroit Lions. They're number 1 seed with a 13-2 standings right now. 13 wins and 2 losses. Yeah, my Detroit Lions. Yeah, I used to live in Detroit 5 years, man. Loving it. You know it. I was right there at the Pontiac Silverdome back in the day. Love the Pontiac Silverdome, by the way. But now they're at the Detroit, the field house downtown off of Woodward Avenue. Yeah, I know Detroit, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to give a big shout out to Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell, the head coach. He's got them humming. They are the team in the NFC. Wow. Give a shout out to the Ford family too. The president, Miss Ford. Oh my gosh, she is so nice. She is so serious about football, but she is so genuine. Love the Detroit Lions. Number 1 seed right now. Number 2 seed, my Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly, fly, Eagle, fly with my boy Jalen Hurts. I love my Philly Eagles. They're coming in at 12-3. They readjusted. Now think about, they were kind of wavering. They wavered last year, and then they kind of readjusted with the new offensive philosophy, offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. So give a shout out to Philly, and the chemistry is getting back, even with A.J. Brown. I'm going to call you out, A.J. Brown. up there. Oh, I need some more carrot juice. And Jalen Hurts being a diplomat. Again, I've always been a fan of Jalen Hurts from day one. That brother's been through a lot in his short career. From Alabama, Houston, from Oklahoma Sooners, and then now Philly, and been to the Super Bowl. And he has to do with all these super egos. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling you out, A.J. Brown. These super egos on the Phillies team. And of course, when Philly got Saquon Barkley as a running back from New York Giants, they just elevated to another level. So look out. Again, top level team. Philadelphia Eagles are getting back in the groove, y'all. Number 3 seed in the NFC, the LA Rams. Yes, I gotta give some love to LA Rams in their SoFi Stadium in South Los Angeles, in which the Beatles used to live in South LA. San Pedro, that is. I know that area. And I know the coach. The coach used to be, he's an alumni of Miami University in Ohio. Yes, I'm giving a shout out. Give some love to the LA Rams. He's retooled himself. Fantastic. Got Matt Stafford, used to be Detroit Lions, and their wide receiving core. Akua is a superstar. That brother is a superstar. Wow. He is elevated. And this is just his second year, y'all. And this wide receiver from USC has elevated their offense. Of course, you got Cooper Kupp and the boys, but the LA Rams defense have stepped up, and that's the reason why they're the number 3 seed with a 9-6 record. Then coming in the number 4 seed oh my gosh, what's going on? It's the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, it's the Atlanta Falcons, baby. Yeah, they made the switch. They made the switch from quarterback from Kirk Cousins. Okay, I'm going to give it up to Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins had to go. He had to send to Michael Penix. Michael Penix from the Washington from just last year. He's a rookie, and he waited his time, and now they're the number 4 seed, 8-7 with 8 wins and 7 losses. They take over that 4 seed right now from the NFC South. And again, the head coach was being diplomatic to Cousins. There's so much controversy with the ownership in Atlanta. I know how it is. I used to live in Atlanta, by the way, too, for 2 years. And, oh man, the Dirty Bird back in the day. They're such a loyal fan base, but they needed a change. And the head coach was patient, waiting for Kirk Cousins to turn around. I'm sorry, Kirk Cousins is done. I didn't know where it was going to go during the preseason. He still was singing it, but he just hit that wall, and it was looking ugly. It was looking ugly when they were losing those games. And then he made the switch, and now Michael Penix, this is his rookie year. But, hey, you got to do it. It's about money. The money is on the line. You got to get the groove on. And Michael Penix, just by being number 1, he got to get in. He's going to get in the groove. And you know, the Atlanta fans have just been waiting for that change. It was going to happen. We thought it was going to happen in preseason, but as much money, I told you, in the NFL, it's about money. As much money they paid Kirk Cousins to come from Minnesota to Atlanta. And for his entire family, that's from Georgia, by the way. And let me give a shout out to Georgia. I love Georgia, by the way. Yeah. My base. Oh, yeah, the Beatles giving you, my base is from Georgia. Part of my family is from Georgia. So, anyway, so Atlanta got some 4 seed. Well, I'm going off topic. That's what happens with the football. I sometimes go off topic. But, right, that's the 4 seed. Now, 5 seed, Minnesota Vikings, looking so good. They're the big threat with Sam Darnold, quarterback, number 5 seed out of the NFC North, with a 13-2 record. You know Sam Darnold's going to get a big-time contract just to leave Minnesota because they already got their number 1 pick, a quarterback. But come on. Who would have predicted that Sam Darnold elevate his game and elevate the Minnesota Vikings to such a high level. And Jefferson and the boys in Minnesota just loving him. So again, I did not predict, the Beetle did not predict the Minnesota Vikings to do this well. No, I didn't. I admit that. Yeah, the Beetle admits that. As a matter of fact, I thought Minnesota was struggling. But they're 13-2. Behind them are Green Bay Packers elevating their game. And yes, I got my boy Love, quarterback Love. Man, that's my boy. He's elevating the Green Bay Packers to another level with an 11-4 record at this point in time. And then coming in at number 7, Washington Commanders with my boy Jalen Daniels, QB number 1. That's my boy too. I scouted him during the preseason training camp. Yes, he's a Heisman Trophy winner, but I didn't know his game was that tight. He will be. Yes, I said it during preseason, and I'm saying it now. Jalen Daniels will be a mega star. He just got that persona, but he has that skill level. He has the QB number 1 level, and they're coming in at the 10-5 level, 10-5 record. And I used to live in the DC area, by the way. Well, shout out to, Frederick, Maryland. Shout out to Gaithersburg, Maryland. Used to live there 5 years, y'all. And I know how passionate the Washington, DC metro area are about their Commanders. Their Washington football team, that is. Whatever. I'm going to leave that alone. But good thing that the Washington Commanders are in the mix. And again, shout out to my boy Jalen Daniels. Dang. I mean, and the wide receiver, my boy from the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm sorry. I have to give a shout out to him. I forgot his name right now. It's going to come to me. But my boy, Washington Commanders, they're tight. So they're at that 7 speed. Now, on the outside right now are my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're number 8 seed. Oh, man, because they lost just this past weekend. Played a great game, but with Baker Mayfield, really love Baker Mayfield. You know, he's elevated his game. Elevated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 8-7, looking out. And again, I just recently been to Tampa Bay, the city of Tampa Bay, just a few weeks ago. Love it. By the way, I love the Tampa Bay downtown area and the Riverwalk area. Yeah, shout out to the Riverwalk area and the Tampa Bay downtown city area. Love how they're redeveloping. Love how they redeveloping downtown with the boats and the Riverwalk area. A shout out to New York Pizza. I went to New York Pizza, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about in Tampa Bay. Yeah, I walk the streets of Tampa Bay. Love New York Pizza, but there's a lot of transplanted people down there. But the investment is happening in Tampa Bay. And of course, I give a shout out to my boy Brady. Yeah, you know it's gonna come in. My boy Brady, who brought his swagger to Tampa Bay and brought a Super Bowl. So, shout out to Tampa Bay. Number 8 seed, 8-7. And then Seattle Seahawks, man, they're on the outside now. Number 9. They had the NFC West wrapped up, but now they're on the outside looking in with the 8-7 record behind the LA Rams. He's not my boy. No, everyone can't be my boy. But Geno Smith, the quarterback for Seattle Seahawks, I saw him in his last game. He's up and down. And I thought he would get his groove on. He signed a new contract in the offseason, and I thought he would just really settle in. They got some great chemistry. I really like the new head coach there. I think it's going to be year 2 when they really elevate. So they're outside looking in. I'm going to have to give the edge to LA Rams because they got more veterans, and they've been there before. They've been Super Bowl champions. They've been there before. Watch out for the LA Rams. Seattle Seahawks are on the decline now. I'm sorry. Reality hurts. But that's what the NFL is all about. It's about reality. Okay, now I'm moving to the AFC. I'm 15 minutes in. I gotta go, y'all. I'm gonna try to keep this within. I'm trying to keep this within 30 minutes. or 20 minutes. But let me go. I'm not going to make 20 minutes. That's obvious. AFC standings right now is the KC Chiefs, 14-1. As I said, I'm going to say it again. I said it in preseason. It's fixed. If I play the tape on the KC Chiefs that I said during preseason, they're going to win their third Super Bowl, and it's all fixed. I put it out there. If you see the games, how Kansas City won this year thus far, it's atrocious. It's particularly the last game when the refs gave the Chiefs so many breaks against the Houston Texans. And how they won in the very last second of the game by a missed field goal by the other team, by a mishandling of a snap by the other team. So KC comes in at 14-1. I'm going to just say it again. It's a dynasty. It's a 3-time dynasty. The league wants a 3-time dynasty out of Kansas City. And let me just give a quick shout out. Even the even the Hallmark Channel. You know, I'm a big fan of the Hallmark Channel, by the way. They did a special movie, a Hallmark Channel Christmas movie out of Kansas City, featuring the Kansas City Chiefs. The players were in the movie. I watched it. And then they put on the extended cut. So I'm giving a lot of love to the Hallmark Channel, by the way. I'm still loving the Hallmark Channel. What can I say? So the Kansas City Chiefs are 14-1, number 1 seed. Behind them are Buffalo Bills. Yes, Josh Allen, coming in with 12-3. They've stepped up big time. They settled in. Their defense is better. Josh Allen is being better in his quarterbacking. He's a stud. We know that. But they're number 2 seed. And they're right there. You know, if there's any time to make a run to the Super Bowl, to upset the KC Chiefs, it's this year, y'all. So watch out for the Buffalo Bills. Number 3 seed, Pittsburgh Steelers, 10-5. They just lost to the Baltimore Ravens, but they got the tiebreaker. And my boy Russell Wilson, he's still getting acclimated to his players, to the scheme. The wide receiver Pickens need to play. Give a shout out to my boy Russell Wilson. He's still cooking, bruh. I don't care. You know, it's going to be another year. This may not be their year, but they got to get in the system. It takes at least a year. Russell Wilson, he became a prima donna. There's no doubt, prima donna. He had to be humble and got released from Seattle. Then he went to Denver, and the coach in Denver didn't like him at all. He's like, you got to go. And he got, and then Mike Tomlin of Pittsburgh Steelers said, come on, bro. I'll make a home for you, Pittsburgh. And he had to prove himself. He's still going up and down, but watch out for the Steelers. They're still going to make a run, but watch out for them next year when they get really settled in. Houston Texans, number 4 seed at 9-6. I love the Houston Texans. I love my Houston Texans. I used to live in Houston, y'all. 2 years. 2 years in Houston. I love my Houston Texans. Y'all, with my boy C.J. Stroud from the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yes, what is this? His third year, just his third year. And my boy C.J. Stroud and the head coach there really changed up the flavor. They're 9-6. They're in the AFC South, something like that, Central. I'll get it straight. AFC South. Coming in the 4 seed, Baltimore Ravens with Mark Jackson, number 5 seed, 10-5. They're always up and down. I'm loving Harbaugh and the team. It's so physical. You talk about physicality. It's the Baltimore Ravens. Hello. Loving, come on. Loving the Ravens. Just love the, they are that physical team that brings the business. They're very talented. Love their superstar wide receiver Flowers. And it's a matter of, it really comes down to not making bonehead mistakes. Please, Jackson, don't make any bonehead. Play within your skill level and your outstanding skill level. Don't make bonehead mistakes. And I'm glad Harbaugh is sticking with his kicker. He's a superstar all-pro. He will be a Hall of Famer, but he's had a struggle through the years, the kicker, Tucker. And again, the Ravens bring the physicality, y'all. I mean, you're in December and January football. It's about being physical, punishing, in between the tackles, y'all. It's cold weather. Bring it to Baltimore. So if they get maintain that 5 seed, they'll at least have home field advantage on that first round of the playoffs. Coming in 6th, Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh, by the way, from University, he has changed the culture of the Chargers. Love the Chargers, love QB Herbert, but he's hurt. He's hurt. The QB's hurting. Their team is up and down. They're 9-6. I don't know which way they're going to go, but next year they're going to make a run for it. This is not going to be their year. Harbaugh is trying to change up that culture instantly. He has. Within 1 year, less than a year, he has changed the culture. Shout out to Harbaugh. Coming in the 7th seed, Denver Broncos. Now, I totally missed on this. I didn't think. Matter of fact, they had another quarterback there, number 1, and I didn't think Bo Nix would settle in that fast. But I knew he was going to start. They come in 9-6. They got that number 7 seed, and of course, the Beetle was a former Denver Broncos fan back in the day with my boy John Elway, and Shanahan as head coach. And everyone used to dog me out when I was a Denver Broncos fan, but they eventually won back-to-back Super Bowls. So, so I'm kind of partial Denver, but not right now. But they're holding on that number 7 seed. Number 8 seed, Indianapolis Colts have changed things around 7 and 8 right now with Richardson coming back. They're doing, and the running back is elevating. They are right there. Give a shot. The Beetle used to live in Indy. I used to live in Indy. But on and off for 7-8 years. Love my Indianapolis Colts, y'all. Yeah, you think they're vanilla, but they got swagger. Stay there, they got swagger. So a shout out to my Indianapolis Colts. At the field, what is it, Lucas Field House? I used to go to the Hoosier Dome. When I was there, it used to be the Hoosier Dome. They got rid of the Hoosier Dome. Now it's the Lucas Field. But give a shout out Indy Colts. And then number 9 seed, and my team, of course, are my Miami Dolphins, y'all. Shout out to my Miami Dolphins. 2A, Mike McDaniel, head coach. Oh my gosh, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is not having a great year, but he's hanging in there. He has injuries. He's going through some stuff. 2A had a major concussion protocol, had to sit out for several weeks. That just completely messed up the chemistry of the Dolphins. They lost several games. Again, it was a disaster. Yeah, it was. I'm going to say it was a disaster. And I had preseason hopes that they were going to make strong winning the AFC East, but it was a disaster when 2A went down. And then finally came back. He's just now getting in the groove. This last game that they won against San Francisco 49ers, that was a tell-all. And by the way, look at the post-game conference, and even the owner came down in the locker room and gave a game ball to Mike McDaniel. Why? Because this was such a pivotal game just to keep them in the playoff hunt. But with all the changes, the challenges that happened to Miami, and by the way, okay, I'm going to say this to all my Dolphins fans. Get off! Always calling for the firing of the head coach and the firing of this person and release. Get off! Dolphins are struggling, but they are doing the best under their circumstances. Hello. So shout out to Mike McDaniel. He's not the typical head coach. He's a deep philosophical. he's an offshoot of a head coach. He's not the typical head coach. He don't give you coach speech. He goes deep into his philosophy, and most reporters can't understand him. But the players, here we go. Look at how the players relate to the head coach. That tells it all. They really have bonded with the head coach. Give him another year. Regardless of how they finish. Regardless of how they finish the season. I think the next game is Cleveland, and the next game is. But regardless of how they finish the season, they got to make changes. And there's no doubt. And they probably need to get rid of the general manager. But leave the head coach alone. Leave Tua alone. Allow the brothers to gel again. Tyreek Hill is doing a lot. He's giving his all. You look at his post-game press conference. I feel for you, Tyreek Hill. Ty and Waddle and the boys. And give a shout out to A-Chain, the running back. He has elevated his game. He's going to be all-pro, by the way. And the defense just needs to step up a little bit more today. And a shout out to Jonnu Smith, tight end. I saw the post-game press conference. Man, he's been through it. And now he's finding his groove. Great position coach that's helping him to elevate his game to another. Jonnu Smith, the tight end for the Dolphins. Watch out for him. A very grounded brother. So, I had to give a shout out to my Miami Dolphins. They're still a team on the rise, regardless of the naysayer, even their I'm so disappointed in the Miami Dolphins followers and fans. They ready to cut the bait real fast. Very disappointed. If you're a fan of a team, stick with them thick and thin. Until if they come up with a 1 and something. But right now, there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes, and I was just very disappointed in the Dolphins fan. I'm always fins up, y'all. Fins up, fins up, fins up. Cause I come from the classic Miami Dolphins as a fan, as a kid. I threw it down as a Miami Dolphins fan back in the day, '72. Perfect season with my boy Larry Zonka and Greasy, Don Shula, Paul Warfield, the boys. So I'm a loyal, go way back with the Dolphins. So right now, I'm showing my allegiance. Football 101 showing their allegiance. But I know they're struggling. But they're trying to right the ship. They're trying to establish themselves by the end of the season. So again, there's so much stuff going off, that they have to deal with. And I still support Mike McDaniel. He's still a young coach coming from San Francisco. He just beat his mentor, Shanahan, at San Francisco, the head coach there. Come on, y'all. So, and it's about business, but when I saw the owner come down, I'm going to say it again, the owner come down in the locker room and give the game ball to head coach Mike McDaniel, that said it all to me. Okay, now, final team that's still in the hunt, my Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I said my Cincinnati Bengals. I'm from Ohio. I used to do the Icky Shuffle. When they went to, okay, I'm throwing some 80s stuff out. But it's about Joe Burrow, Mr. Cool, with his blonde hair locks, playing his stuff all out. See, I'm keeping it clean. I'm keeping it clean, y'all. But Joe Burrow, Mr. Cool, quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, has elevated his game. It's too bad the rest of the team is not elevated. Jamar Chase is doing his job, but the defense and the rest of the team, they've been struggling. They're coming in with a 7-8 record. But again, I got to shout out to my Cincinnati. And yes, the Beatle apologizes. I can't apologize about that, but I did say they were going to underperform. And I didn't even think they were going to have a 7-8 record by now. I just saw what they had during preseason. It didn't look good. It didn't look good. So they're going to have to completely retool next season, bring in some serious brothers. Some serious hard brothers on the defense. They let too many players go. And that's the reason why they're struggling with a 7-8 record. So, no, I didn't apologize about the Bengals, y'all. That's on record. But there you go. It's 30 minutes. I told you I was going to finish this show 30 minutes tight. This is Football 101. I am your host, The Beetle. I'm giving you the end of the season wrap up and some insight. And just what I got to say now, enjoy the games. I'm going to give you another show, a couple of more shows, and particularly when the playoffs run. So this is Football 101. This is The Beetle. I'm keeping it real. And guess what? Yes, I'm getting my groove on. Get your groove on. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, y'all. See ya. Peace out, y'all. Keep it real and get your own